Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Are your volunteers ready? Okay, then we'll have one from this table. Then we'll have one also there, and the last will be there. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5 presenters. Okay, let's start with the first one now. Verse 1, 2, 3, 4. Who will present? Come on. Come on. Not yet. Oh, the volunteer there. You start. So if I were to change the world, so that is the question, okay? How would you change the world? What will you do?
Because you didn't give me the imagination, so I use my imagination.
Yes, that's very good.
I think I will make the planet enough water, no more pollution, no more tsunami, no more natural disaster, and no more extinction. Since all conflicts are caused by competing with each other for the resource, the less we have, the more we fight. And some of the religion war are based on the national boundary line or some resource also. If we all equally gain food, water, family, homeland, safety, and poverty, then there's no reason for us to hatred for each other. And however, it's hardest things to do. We can make it only if we share and protect it. Still, we can support those families who suffer under disaster through Global Foundation. We can avoid the catastrophe, but we can stand together.
Okay, very good. Okay, so she was saying, we can't make it only if we share and protect it. Still, we can support this family suffer under disaster through Global Foundation. Okay, so that's what she'll do. Okay, very good. Let's give her a round of applause, please. Let's clap for her. Okay, so she volunteered already. I hope these guys are already ready. Come on. Or would you like to go next? Okay.
So I think global warming is a serious threat that government or authority should give attention to at first. Though there may be enough agencies and policies, even laws, to regulate what things people can or people cannot do. The key to listen to the problem might be education. By teaching people the right thoughts, as thought itself will spread out, more and more people will raise their awareness on global this serious issue. And secondly, as an individuals, there are several ways that we can do to lessen the global warmings, like reduce pollutions, purchase local food, reduce the CO2 footprint, or even stand up for our beliefs. And to sum up, we should never forget the things that we want to protect it, not only our child, but also our future, as the saying goes, the one small step towards a better world.
Yes. And what will you do then as an individual? What will you do to lessen global warming?
The simplest things to do is I use the reusable bag.
Yes.
I will try not to use the plastic bag
Plastics.
or plastic cups as I maybe purchase some food and other things.
Okay, maybe you can write it also here. As an individual, you say. So that's what you'll do, okay? Next. Oh, it's your turn now. It's really your turn. Come on. Yeah, fighting. Oh, you need still to do that for you to decide who goes. Okay, it's your turn. Come on. Okay, you read your work to the group. Louder. Okay.
Because we live here and the issue is so important. If the issue is not improved, the earth will become bad. And it causes climate change and some disaster like droughts and
Tsunami.
It can influence our future. So we have to serious on the issue.
Yes.
Although our power is small, But we also can do something for us that use green source and to conserve source and go outside by MRT or bus. Plant tree and not use air conditioner.
Okay. So have you planted a tree? Not yet. So do you plan to plant one now? That's what you said there. Plant trees, conserve energy. Okay, thank you. And next one. We have two, right? Come on.
I think global warming is the most important thing to be noted. The government should legislate some law about it.
Exhausting.
For example, gas from factory, from car or family house. They should distribute after air holding. We should can do emission reduction to control carbon emissions. Government should focus on emission from plants because the proportion is very heavy. Part of individual, we can walk or take a public transport instead drive car or motorcycle. Open the window instead open air conditioner.
Okay, very good. So let's take the public transport rather than individually ride with your car. Okay, and the last one. And may I have your papers afterwards? Can you listen, please?
Yeah, the issue I think is hungry fear
Okay.
and
The threat of hunger.
hunger. Yeah, and when many people suffering hungry every day, but at the same time, many people eating great meal and those who have poor food people often don't care about who suffering hungry and waste their food. Yeah, for this situation, I feel disappointed. Yeah, and how to improve the situation, I think we should cherish food because the resource is limited. Yes, and we can eat this meat because to raise animal need much energy like water and land and another. And conclusions in the limited resource, we should cherish everything and we have and make the world better and better.
Okay, very good. So I like this part where he said we can eat less meat because to raise animals need much energy, like water, land, and other resources. So this is also a very good thing that you said, okay? So may I have your papers and let's give each other a round of applause. Okay, thank you. May I have your papers now? Can I collect them? And since it's nearly time anyway, I'm going to give you the last video. I'm going to leave to you the last video and see whatever you can realize after you have watched the video, okay?
Dear future generations, I think I speak for the rest of us when I say, sorry. Sorry we left you with our mess of a planet. Sorry that we were too caught up in our own doings to do something. Sorry we listened to people who made excuses to do nothing. I hope you forgive us. We just didn't realize how special the earth was. Like a marriage gone wrong. We didn't know what we had until it was gone. For example, I'm guessing you probably know it as the Amazon desert, right? Well, believe it or not, it was once called the Amazon rainforest, and there were billions of trees there, all of them gorgeous, and oh, you don't know much about trees, do you? Well, let me tell you, trees are amazing. I mean, we literally breathe the air they are creating. They clean up our pollution, our carbon. They store and purify water, give us medicine that cures our diseases, food that feeds us, which is why I'm so sorry to tell you that we burn them down. Cut them down with brutal machines, horrific, at a rate of 40 football fields every minute. That's 50% of all the trees in the world gone in the last 100 years. Why? For this. And that wouldn't make me so sad if it weren't so many pictures of leaves on it. You know, when I was a child, I read how the Native Americans had such consideration for the planet that they felt responsible for how they left the land for the next 7 generations. Which brings me great sorrow, because most of us today don't even care about tomorrow. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we put profit above people, greed above need, the rule of gold above the golden rule. I'm sorry we use nature as a credit card with no spending limit, overdrafting animals to extinction, stealing your chance to ever see their uniqueness or become friends with them. Sorry we poison the ocean so much that you can't even swim in them. But most of all, I'm sorry about our mindset, because we had the nerve to call this destruction progress. Hey, Fox News, if you don't think climate change is a threat, I dare you to interview the thousands of homeless people in Bangladesh. See, while you were in your penthouse nestled, their homes were literally washed away beneath their feet due to rising sea levels. And Sarah Palin, you said that you love the smell of fossil fuels. Well, I urge you to talk to the kids of Beijing who are forced to wear pollution masks just to go to school. See, you can ignore this, but the thing about truth is, it can be denied, not avoided. So I'm sorry, future generations. I'm sorry that our footprint became a sinkhole and not a garden. I'm sorry that we paid so much attention to ISIS and very little to how fast the ice is melting in the Arctic. I'm sorry we doomed you, and I'm sorry we couldn't find another planet in time to move to. You know what? Cut the beat. I'm not sorry. This future, I do not accept it. Because an error does not become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. We can redirect this. How? Let me suggest that if a farmer sees a tree that is unhealthy, they don't look at the branches to diagnose it, they look at the root. So like that farmer, we must look at the root and not to the branches of government, not to the politicians run by corporations. We are the root, we are the foundation, this generation. It is up to us to take care of this planet. It is our only home. We must globally warm our hearts and change the climate of our souls and realize that we are not apart from nature. We are a part of nature, and to betray nature is to betray us. To save nature is to save us, because whatever you're fighting for, racism or poverty, feminism, gay rights, or any type of equality, it won't matter in the least. Because if we don't all work together to save the environment, we will be equally extinct. So,
Okay, with that, I'll leave you the question. Will you be just sorry or will you do something? Okay, so it says it is in our hands, so it's up for us to do something. Okay, with that, I end my lesson for today and thank you very much for participating. Picture!
Picture. Come on.
Picture! Some picture!